welcome back to Sunrise. So, one of the greatest achievements for most people is receiving the keys to their own home.
Indeed.
I know it sure is for me. But along with the joy comes the responsibility, the real responsibility to make their monthly payments on time. Today we explore some do's and don'ts to make sure your house remains a part of your family's assets and legacy. So joining us this morning is Leighton Taylor, Main Mortgage Manager at Loan Management NHT, and Kiana Case, Marketing and Sales Officer. Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the show. How are you?
We're fine, thanks.
Well, I think this is such a great segment
Yeah.
idea because, you know, that weight of responsibility, is when it lick you the first month, boom, and you say, it's real. It's real. So after the whole housewarming and everything starts, what would you say is one of the things that people tend to make as a mistake?
Okay, the first mistake persons make is not making their payments on time. And that is why the first of the month is so important, because if you miss a payment after the first of the month, additional interest starts occurring on the account. And then if you make a payment after the 15th, then there is an additional fee that is charged on the account. So in that case, when you actually pay the 15th, after the 15th now, your mortgage payment is going to go firstly to your insurance, as well as your fees, and then principal and interest. So over time, you actually end up owing more and taking longer to pay off your loan. So that is one of the biggest mistakes. So paying on the first is very important.
So everybody's mortgage payment is due on the first?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay, so Leighton, based off of what I'm getting from Canada is that when you're paying, you're not just paying back your principal, you're paying several things. Explain that a little bit.
Right. You are paying interest, you're paying insurance, and you're paying back the principal. Now, as it relates to the insurance component, the benefit of this, of course, is you are insuring against natural disasters, because the insurance is generally broken down into peril insurance, life insurance. So if your property suffers a damage, you can make a claim through the NHT. In regards to life insurance, if there's an untimely death of the mortgagor, then the mortgagor's family beneficiaries don't have to be saddled with the burden of paying back the loan. Likewise, we can make a claim for the settlement of the death once we get all the documents. The next component is the interest. The interest incidentally, for mortgagors who earn less than $30,000, their interest charge is actually zero. For other mortgages who earn $30,000 or more, our interest rate range from 2 to 5%. And that's the other component of your monthly mortgage. And the third component is, of course, paying back the principal, which is essentially the money you borrowed from us.
So you mentioned paying late if you pay after the first. But what if you miss a payment altogether for whatever reason? What happens then? Well,
in that case, and first of all, we encourage all our mortgages to pay on time and pay in full. But, we understand life happens. Yeah. And for various reasons, genuine reasons, persons may be struggling or have a challenge paying back their mortgage. And what we encourage in that case, first of all, is that, reach out to us, make contact, because the longer you take to reach us, is the more challenging it is to try and help you. So that's the first instance to try and assist our mortgagors.
You do try and assist.
Yes, definitely.
I think that's something that people need to understand. That, that you're not just this big bad wolf.
No,
you're actually very, very accommodating and helpful.
Yes, we have a number of suites, a number of programs that we try and apply to each case, because no mortgages case are completely identical. Now, it is important that you don't allow your missed payments to get to 3 months, because at that stage, we may have to apply other treatment, which range from outsourcing your accounts to an external collector, and in the worst case scenario, disposing of the property.
Wow.
But in the first instance, we are trying to help you, and we need you to reach out to us.
Kiana, I know you're very good at walking people through processes.
Hold their hand.
You're good at holding the hand.
Yes.
There are our viewers, a lot of them in terms of being a contributor, we've been having that conversation, targeting the message at them. But what about those persons who want to become a mortgage. Help kind of walk us through a little bit as much as you can.
Hold my hand, Kiana. Hold my hand,
Hold my hand,
girl.
Jesus.
Walk
Yes.
me through it.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. A hole in our hand, a hole in TK hand. Right. So there are many ways to home it at the NHT. Actually, we have our marketing and sales officers, like myself, who you can reach out to, and you can call us for us to come and speak to your contributors or the employees at the company. We will actually give them one-on-one discussions and tell them how they can actually access a loan. We hold your hand. We tell you the pitfalls, because we recognize that not everybody understands the process, and it can be overwhelming if you do not understand. So call and ask the questions. There's also our branch offices that persons can walk in and visit at any time. You don't have to make an appointment. And you can also contact us through 888, call NHT. We have WeCare. We also have our website, which you can visit at any time. And tomorrow, we'll be having a Home It Expo in the Emancipation Park.
Wow.
And that is right beside our head office. So invite everybody who has a question, who doesn't have the time to go into the office, between 12 and 7 p.m. tomorrow. And if you're not able to join us at the park, you may listen to us on RJR, because they will be there live.
All right, thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for always helping us through it and walking us through.
Yes,
All right,
it's
so
our pleasure.
before we wrap, we have a quick tip from Colette Ball.
When you're self-employed like myself, you need to make a special effort to pay your NHT mortgage on time every month. Sometimes you may face with temptation of spending it on something else, but what I do, I set up a standing order at my financial institution. Therefore, the money goes directly from my bank to the NHT. If I can do it, so can you.
She can do it, so can you.
Nice.
Everyone's dream is to eventually one day home it. So let's live that dream. Our guests have been Leighton Taylor, the main mortgage manager at loan manager at NHT, and Kiana Case, the marketing and sales officer. Coming up next, Her Flow celebrates her 2024 with the one and only, the charismatic Shelly Ann Weeks. Stick around.